Hello everyone, and welcome to Maori. This is about an hour before the match is about to start. I'm recording this 7 hours before the game is about to start, and because I have to go to bed in New Zealand, about 11:17 at night. Even though it's coming out an hour before, I don't know the line of the teams yet, but I have a feeling everyone that's fit will start. We've got all these questions from the press conference. So I'm just going to give my thoughts on too. So, um, okay, so we go to the top, and so it's really no here. We then will take the pit in Prague, so it is in Czech Republic. Same as the other one. And if you're in AFC Fiorentina, ACF, first European finals since 1976 with the piece. Originally first because of the FA Cup in 1980. And during the time along with Joe Byrne and Thomas Suchek will talk with the game about the media. And so Declan Rice knows how to fix this. Skipper talks about being on the cusp of lifting the first major trophy in 43 years. But what gets me, right, this trophy was only created 2 years ago, but played first this year. This year or last year, one of those two. This trophy is fairly new. It's the third tier of European football. And when we're talking about lifting cups, it was the top tier. It was like the Champions League level. Is this a good start for our club? Sure. This has proved that we can get European football? No. I feel like we got lucky to get here, to be honest. And it's what any cup run is a little bit of luck. And anyway, move on to the next bit. The job's not done. There's a challenge. Took the trip to the Sparta Prague Stock Training Centre. Sparta Prague. So they went to Sparta Prague Training Centre. West Ham has had 52 in its history, 52 difficult goals in European club competition. I think, can I name the 52? No, I think Brooking, Bobby Moore, uh, Michael Antonio, Dimitri Payet. I can't remember Danny Ings, Said Biram, and then so Thomas and Jared talked to the media. Said, Thomas, you're back home. What's meant to be in Prague? Mary, let's go to the finals in Prague. Like, we need to go there in Prague. Which, yes, he came from Sparta Prague, the Czech Republic. They're all Czechia now, actually, to be nice, even though they called it the Czech Republic. But I also asked about the fans traveling to Port West Ham, and this is massive. I've been here 3 years. They told me 3 years ago I'd be in the European final. Bite your hand off. We were disappointed last year given us no promotion this year. Cedric's just kind of happy that he can win if he can win the trophy here in his home club's ground. He was born, or his first team. Bonus about Declan Rice. He's also young. He lead us captain in the European final. That's an honour for him. I think we can go for Mark Noble. And then he talks about West Ham being a family, and I saw which alright. It's fallen one and so. And one family fans welcoming with open arms. Jared Sushik, Jared and I came here at the same time 3.5 years ago. I always appreciate the fans, especially me. And he's asked about the style of play. In terms of Fiorentina, I'm sure there's been a lot of talk in the farm, but we focus on what we want to do, and it literally is what you can try. You can focus on what you're going to do and tell me what you're going to do, but doing it is a whole different mind game, I think, and that leads on to who's the lineup going to be. And I'm curious to see would mercurial what you call it? Not not Skamaka, the other one, Michael Antonio. Otherwise said in the week of Skamaka doesn't suit David Moyes' style, even though David Moyes wanted him win, which I kind of find a little bit strange, but honest. It is true. When he came in, I was a bit surprised, and that was a big rabbit out of the hat moment. Like, yeah, it was a good signing, but we need him. It was kind of like Corral when Corral came in. He only played 2 matches on loan from Spartak Moscow, where he came in from, didn't he? He left again. But then we got that Czech Republic guy who's owns a small share of West Ham, and then the family of um, Mark Gold and David Sullivan. Family of Mark Gold and David Sullivan. David Gold, David Sullivan. Yeah. Do you think we're coming to form at the right time? I thought we dropped off in form coming towards the end of the season. It kind of surprised me that when we snuck through that last goal from Zayed Benrahma, 8th minute in Alkmaar to get here was a bit of a surprise. It felt like we were only focusing on Europe and not focusing on the league. I thought we were going to get relegated. Like I said last week, I thought we were going to do a Wigan League, but more epic proportion. Only just, though. And I don't know again, right? I feel like it's going to be close. I feel like we will go penalties. And if you're doing a firing the well, they used to have Josh Illich, and I've been seeing that class all over the news recently. Like how he was one of the best goal scorers, and then he came home to see his missus with another man, and it destroyed him. It gave him real bad depression, and I know about that depression, not know about eating misses because I'm lonely. And yeah, and look where he's now. He's playing for his back in his home country, and he's like me fat, like had 40 kgs. Holy shit, fat. And then we get on to questions about David Moyes, and he says he's asked about the importance. And no one's gonna like watching this, so if you can subscribe, please. Have Sushik and Sufal Prague a lot, and they said yes, we come from this club here. We played for the city, and we found out it was in Prague. We had some fun with them. We had a chance to get to the final, and we were glad because Thomas and fled me. Sufal, Levin Sufal and Tom Suchik. We get to talk about this. It's the biggest moment of my career to be a football coach as long as I must mean you're doing something right. A lot of very good coaches, but there's young coaches. But those young coaches, they see if they can do 20, 25 years. Some of them, yeah, some of them do 5 years. Some of them do a year. Some of them do 6 months. Ask Gary Neville. Like his brother Phil is coaching the women's national team of England. I think yes, it shows how long. It really depends. One to means I think what it means we've been in final things just decision people don't believe that big achievement to get to the Uefa final. Lost by league form. They were pretty huge. I think it was very good at the moment too, but the Premier League is a level which is so difficult to play this competition, and the Premier League games have been very hard. I think the competition been very good for us. So what we are getting at really is I think it's going to be a close game. Be surprising to see what formation they line up in. I think it may be maybe like 4-1-2-3 or 2-1-2. So you have four across the back. You have a defensive midfielder, two midfielders, your wingers, and your striker. I think West Ham might line up as slightly different to that. Hopefully not a five at the back because I'd be disappointed not go out there and actually try. I think we could almost play 4-4-2, like or 4-2-4-4-1-1 with Antonio up front, and then you have Paqueta with Rice and who's that midfielder? I can't remember. With Ben Rama and Bowen on the wings. I think it's Suchek, right? Suchek. And then you have left back, because I think it's Creswell, Ogbonna, forgot about that, didn't I? And you have Sufal on the right hand side. And are we playing Feminisky or are you playing Ponce Areola? Play Feminisky, please. Please play Feminisky. He's Premier League proven. He's European final proven. Arsenal had him and Wojciech Szczesny. And what have both of them done? Got to a European final before Arsenal have. It's like anything, like you leave Arsenal and you can win finals. Or we get to a final anyway. What have Spurs done? They've had so many good players. Come on, boys. Come on, you